Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas with you. Welcome back to the library. Today I'm having coffee with hazelnut creamer. And I was wondering, what do you guys drink? Like, you know me, I'm usually hot cocoa and marshmallows, but I've been mixing it up a little bit lately. It's a little earlier in the morning, so coffee sounded good. But I was just wondering, when you guys go to your books, do you take something warm to drink with you? So today our French word is dream, and it's rêve. I'm not good with the French R's. It's like rêve. Something down in here is going on. I don't know exactly, but I thought it went perfect with chapter 14. So Purdue and Max, they're off on their adventure. It says, Purdue watched as Max Jordan stood up, rubbed his knees, looked back at where the rest of his things floated on the surface of the water for a second before sinking, and then limped to the wheelhouse with a beaming smile. Purdue rolled his eyes. He'd tear a strip off of Max Jordan later and then politely chuck him overboard. Now he had to concentrate on all the things heading his way: sightseeing vessels, working barges, houseboats, birds, flies, spray. What were those rules again? Who had priority? And how fast was he even allowed to go? And what did the yellow diamonds on the bottom of the bridges mean? So Purdue, he hasn't driven this boat in 21 years. And so he's got all the nerves going on with a hint of adrenaline and excitement. And so since Jordan's on the boat, he's going to put him to work. And he says, take care of the cats and the books and make me some coffee. Meanwhile, I'll try not to kill anyone with this thing. Now, Max Jordan, he's got his earmuffs on, and I thought that was funny. He says, what? Who do you want to kill? The cats? The author asked with a blank look. Now take those things off, Purdue pointed to Jordan's earmuffs, and make some coffee. And so it says, by the time Max came back with his cup of coffee, he's getting more into the flow of things. It's all starting to come back to him. He's more accustomed to the vibrations, navigating upstream. He hadn't steered the barge in a long time. Simply nosing this thing along the river, the length of 3 truck trailers, was so discreet. The book barge cut quietly through the water. He was so scared and yet so thrilled. He wanted to sing and scream. His fingers clutched the wheel. What was he doing? This was mad. This is daft. This is fantastic. I love that. That describes an adventure pretty good, doesn't it? This is stupid. This is the best thing ever. So now Max Jordan asked him, so what made you do it anyway? What do you mean? I mean, sending your life up in flames, scramming, doing a huckleberry fin on this raft. A woman. Oh, well, why didn't you take the bus? Do you think only people in books do crazy things? And I wouldn't have made it to the station. I'd have had too much time to think things over. On the way there, I would have come up with a reason not to go, and I wouldn't have gone through with it. I would have stayed where I've always been. I wouldn't have budged 1 inch from my normal routine. It's shit, but it's safe. You said shit. That cracks me up. That's the kind of humor I have, so I thought that's funny. So now Purdue asks Max Jordan, what about you? What's driving you away? I want to look for a story, said Jordan, because I have nothing left inside and I don't want to go home until I found it. And so Purdue thought about this, and now he says he shelved his plans to set Max Jordan ashore at the next port. With the world ahead and an unwanted life astern, suddenly he felt once more like the boy he had once been. And it talks about Purdue's dreams when he was a kid. And I thought this was kind of neat. Did you ever maybe think this? He said he had once believed that his dreams contained tasks that would move him up a rung in his waking life if he managed to accomplish them. Find the path out of a maze, learn to fly, vanquish the hounds of hell, succeed, and when you wake up, a wish will come true. I've often wondered about that. He says at the time when he was a child, he believed still in the power of his wishes. He had even written God's letters and sealed them with blood from his thumb. And now, only about 1,000 years too late, he stood at the wheel of a gigantic boat and sensed for the first time in a long time that he did indeed have desires. You can just feel the adventure and the fun and the life and the expectancy of what's to come. And now Purdue, he's settling into his role as captain here. I can probably even hear his voice getting more husky as he's shouting orders. Perdue cleared his throat. Chart a course to Avignon for us, monsieur. Find a nice canal, route to the south, one that maybe brings us significant dreams. Perdue gestured towards a stack of charts. The map showed a dense network of navigable blue channels, canals, marinas, and locks. Jordan gave him a questioning glance, and Monsieur Perdue opened up the throttle, eyes firmly on the water. He said, Sonari says that you have to travel south by water to find the answers to your dream. He says, too, that you find yourself again there, but only if you get lost on the way, completely lost through love, through longing, through fear. Down south, they listen to the sea in order to understand that laughing and crying sound the same, and that the soul sometimes needs to cry to be happy. A bird awoke inside his chest, and it cautiously spread its wings, amazed to find that it was still alive. It wanted out. It wanted to burst from his chest, and taking his heart with it and soar up into the sky. I'm coming, muttered Jean Perdue. I'm coming, Manon. And I started thinking about that last, he's coming to Manon, but I was thinking, well, is he, right? She's not physically there. And then I started kind of thinking about like Tyler, the Hollywood medium, or was that Long Island medium, like that our friends and family are always still with us. They're still watching our journey, still rooting for us. Maybe she all along knew that he would make that journey, even though it was 21 years later. Maybe she's still cheering him on. You know, I don't know. It didn't say, but just how my wheels start turning. All right, guys, did you enjoy that? We're going to be, let's see. What does it say? Manon's Travel Diary. On my way into life between Avignon and Lyon. Oh, okay. So we got something different for the, look at that. I guess you guys have probably already seen it, but it looks like letters. It's different. All right. Well, that gives something fun to look forward to. All right, guys. I love you.
Don't touch my things. Gross.
Janice.